What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Nigel Maestro with Musician Lives Matter. How y'all doing? It's been a minute. Y'all doing all right out there? Y'all let me know where y'all tuning in from. I'm down here in the dirty South, Augusta, Georgia. Technically, well, I'm over in Grovetown, so that's a little bit west, but hey, it's still Augusta. It's the CSRA. Where are my people from the CSRA at? Y'all in here with me? Listen, we have, y'all see her back there in the background. We got none other than Mrs. Laura Ann Wilson Johnson. She will be joining us in just a few minutes. I just want to take this moment to, first of all, before she even comes on, tell her thank you for doing this. She just released her new single entitled 2010, and she's going to tell us what that's all about, why it's entitled. We're in 2021, but she came out with a song called 2010. So, if anything, you just gotta, hear the story of why it's entitled that. So y'all gotta check that out. We're gonna premiere that. We're also gonna be premiering some never before seen behind the scene footage. She hasn't even seen a lot of this footage, and I literally just saw it. Even though I recorded it, I just saw it this week. It's been a long week, but hey, it's Friday. Y'all kick back, y'all relax, y'all listen to this awesome testimony and the story from this young lady. She is so gifted and talented, and just I'm gonna get on out the way so y'all can hear her story. So, ladies, y'all, welcome to the stage, to the screen, none other than Miss Laura Wilson Johnson. Here she is. Hello, darling. How are
Well,
you?
I'm good. Did you say daughter? Oh,
You
churchy.
tell her
I'm
that's so churchy, ain't it? Hello, daughter.
good. What's up, man? You all right?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me on the Musician Lives Matter.
No,
TV
listen.
stuff.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being on, agreeing. I'm like, listen, uh, I, you need to come and just share with us what's going on, what you got going on. Your new singles out.
Yeah,
Like I said, so I'm gonna be quiet and just you explain what's going. Well, tell us where you're from first, because the people that may not know you, I've known you
yeah,
for a while, and a lot of
right.
people viewing, but some people don't know you. So just kind of reintroduce yourself and tell us what you want to
Absolutely.
say.
So I am Laura Wilson Johnson. It's Laura Johnson, but I'm from Beach Island, South Carolina, and in Beach Island, I've always been Laura Petticoat and PCJ. That's where I'm from. And so the CSRA, so Augusta knows me as Laura Wilson, but I was recently married. Well, I was married 3-4 years this year in December. And so that's where Johnson comes from. But I am from Beach Island, South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, you got this new single out, but
Yeah.
have you released? When's the last time that you have released any music?
Oh, other than this new single that was just released in February, the last thing I released was in 2014. I released a single entitled "Life Changer," which is still out on the digital station, whatever that is called. And then before then, in 2008, I actually released my first and only right now project, Next Taker. So
Okay.
yeah, so 2008, 2014, and now 2021.
Nice, nice, nice. So give us, like, what's the kind of history behind, behind the song, behind the single, and which I
Mhm.
do know you explained it in the video as well. But like, what inspired you to tell your story, and through song,
Yeah. Ooh, inspired is such a whew. And when you think about the word inspired, you think that it seems positive, somebody inspire you, it inspired you to want to be better or do better. But this song I would like to look at it as more of a push than an inspiration. So in 2010, I experienced what I would like to consider some of the worst times of my life.
yeah,
Many, if you you might not know, but in 1998, I actually lost my mom. I was 12 years old at the time. I lost her. She battled cancer, to my knowledge, for about 11 years. They said that she was diagnosed about a year after I was born. And so in 1998 is when I lost her. And so many people would probably believe that that would have been the worst year, losing your mother. But she had a chance to prepare us for, her death. She actually told us she was ready to leave. And so we had time to prepare for that. In 2010, however, I ended up, I got pregnant in May and around May, and my pregnancy was really, really bad. I ended up being put on bed rest at 6 weeks. As a result to that, like, I couldn't really work because I was so sick, and I ended up losing my job. I ended up losing my apartment as a result of me losing my job. I had cars, and I ended up losing both of my cars. And so in 2010, I was making like $17 an hour, and for somebody that's like 24 with no other responsibilities, that's pretty good change for a single person. So I ended up losing all of that, and that was in around May, June, and July when all that got taken away. And then September came, and the absolute worst happened. We unexpectedly lost my brother to a murder. So that's what actually inspired the first and only verse of the song 2010 for a very long time. I couldn't write anything else.
Wow.
And so that's where the first and only verse until 2020. That's when I finished the song. And 10 years later, it took me 10 years later to finish the song. But
so you actually wrote the song in 2010, starting off.
I honestly cannot remember exactly when I began to write the lyrics.
I got you.
A lot happened. I can't.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I thought that for a very long time.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, you've already been through, you've been through so much in that short period of time. And like you said, losing a mother, losing income, losing your job, housing, then losing your brother, just like, so I can only imagine you, which I do know how it feels to lose a house, because we had a house fire, so I can't relate to that. And then just recently losing my father-in-law, so I can similarly relate to that as well. So you get to this point where you're just like, God, can I really just lose anything else?
Yeah.
But yet you're still here. And I just, from me knowing you personally, I know the story doesn't even stop there. They're like, so you 2010. So then there's more happening, even though you conquer that, and then, I'll let you, tell us.
Yeah. So 2017, me and my husband, we married December 2017. We had about 6 months of marriage before we found out we were expecting our first child together. Mm-hmm. I was already a little, I don't want to say terrified, but I wasn't as excited as most married couples are to hear that they're expecting their first child. My first child, I was traumatized. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, just in case, at any moment, I'm a full-time mother. So at any moment, I could have an appearance by one of my blessings, Alana or Alora. But anyway, I hear Alora around now, so I'll probably have her come up here in a second. But yeah, so 2017, we got married. 6 months later, we found out we're expecting our first child. And then in November of 2018, I go to bed after doing a full concert in Brunswick, Georgia with my team. We had an amazing time.
Yeah.
My first trimester was similar to my pregnancy with my first child with Alana. I experienced the sickness and all that kind of stuff. So I just thought that maybe I was going to experience the same type of thing.
Right.
But the second trimester came in, and I was like, smooth sailing. I was able to eat. I was gaining my weight back. I was tolerating food. I wasn't as sick as much. And I was like, oh, this is about to be different. This is going to be a good pregnancy.
Yeah.
Pause for a moment. Alana, bring me a Laura. So
I understand. Listen, that's why I do these interviews, because you know the whole thing is musician lives matter, and
yeah,
um, they just see, you know, you us, you know, on stage and like
yeah,
musicians and artists, but they don't realize even while we're on stage, but especially when we get off, real life happens.
yeah,
And so
absolutely.
that's spouses, kids, blessings.
Yeah,
Hello, darling. How are
absolutely.
you?
Good. You okay? All right.
um,
Good.
yeah, life, kids, other jobs, you know, sometimes two or three jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the real, you know, that's the real life that happens. Or
Absolutely.
struggling. And like you said, you know, this whole time while everything's going on, you've been in ministry as well.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
singing, you're ministering, you're,
yeah,
you know, giving God the glory and setting other
yeah.
people free and helping. But
And that's
personally,
exactly on the day before I ended up in the hospital for 28 days. I was doing, ended up getting home and laying down, and I felt fine. Went to sleep and I felt fine, but I woke up with a little bit of abdominal pain. And when I thought that like maybe I was just hungry, so I went
hmm,
downstairs and drank a protein shake, and it didn't stay down. And again, that wasn't abnormal because I was sick my first trimester, so
right,
it came back up. And so I just kind of went back to bed and tried to rest it off, and just gradually the pain just began to progress or whatever. And so I went into the restroom to try to just use the bathroom, and anything that what we do when we were not feeling too good. You think ginger ale heals all. I didn't take any ginger ale, but use the bathroom better. So I did. And when I got in the restroom, I felt like I was doing, and so I called out to my husband because he was in the bed sleeping. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, babe, come here. I'm getting ready. I feel like I'm getting ready to pass out. So he comes in the bathroom and he places his hand on my back. And the second he places his hand on my back, the last thing that I remember is him. Well, the next thing I remember is him pushing me on my back saying, babe, you got to get up. You got to get up. And so
mm,
I stood up and I laid on the floor of the bathroom because I was too weak to move.
right,
They ended up calling a friend of ours, a church member. She came to the house because she's a nurse, and she came, checked me as much as she could until the ambulance came.
right.
Ambulance came, and they put me in the ambulance, and they my husband trailed behind me, and the church member took my daughter because we were heading to the emergency room. And I got there and they hooked me up. They put the monitor around my belly to monitor the baby, and they hooked me up and checked my vital signs. And they just kept saying, you seem fine. You look, everything is checking out fine. The baby is fine. Everything is fine. And so I remember hovering over on the hospital bed in so much pain, like I was literally on my hands and my knees on top of the bed. And the nurse came in and she was like, "You need to calm down." Like she literally said, "You need to calm down." I looked at my husband and I knew something was wrong because I
Right.
didn't even have a clap back. I couldn't clap back. I was
Right.
like, I said, babe, I know they think I'm exaggerating, but I am in so much
Yeah,
pain.
something's
And
wrong.
he was like, yeah, I know, babe. And so we, I stayed in the, I stayed in the house. By this time, I think by the time the ambulance got to my house, it was around 5:30. I stayed in the emergency room to wait in the area about maybe 5 to 6 hours. And when they finally came and said they were getting ready to discharge me, my husband asked them if they would do a CT scan, and they did the CT scan, and that's when they came back, and the results revealed that I had a hernia 4 centimeters wide, and my intestines had risen into my chest, my stomach had twisted. At that moment, they said they were going to admit me. I didn't
Man.
get admitted to the hospital until around 7:30 that night. I went to the ER at 5:30 that morning. It wasn't until around 7:30 that night that I got or that evening that I got admitted. And the
Wow.
doctor the plan was to hold me for 12 weeks. They wanted to get me to 34 weeks of pregnancy, deliver the baby, and then repair the hernia. But I didn't make it another 6-7 days before they were transporting me to have the emergency surgery. So they on that Friday, so I went in on a Sunday, and I had, my family came, and I finally got a visit from my pastor, which literally put me in tears. And he walked in, and after embracing me and laying his hand on my head, and kind of he actually embraced that. My pastor is also my uncle, Bishop Hezekiah Presley Jr., greatest preacher and leader in the world. Everybody should feel like that about their leader. So I have the absolute greatest leader in the world, and I hope that you feel like that about yours. So anyway,
Bishop Presley, he reaches in the word.
Yeah, he absolutely lives by it, and we're grateful.
Lives by it. Yes, great man of God.
I'm blessed. And so he came in, and I said, what am I doing wrong? Am I doing something wrong? He said, baby, don't. This fighting because you're doing anything wrong. This because you're doing something right. Wow. And he said the city that I had just left, somebody had to have gotten, either I said the city free, or somebody just really got delivered, and the enemy was just he said it was an apostolic attack that came after me. And so at that moment, as much pain I was in, it actually freed me. I knew it in that moment that, I was fine. So whatever was going to happen after that, I was at peace at it. I didn't have any fear anywhere. I never thought that, my thing to them, I was like, somebody take my case. Somebody please give me this surgery so I can finish carrying my baby. That's all I wanted. I'm pregnant. I ain't even thinking about the fact that I'm having something going on inside of my stomach, and it might even be impossible for me to continue to carry the baby after a surgery, even if it is successful. But my thing was, give me the surgery so I can finish housing my baby.
Right.
That Friday, about 5 days after I was admitted, they were actually getting ready to discharge me again, because they said that the hernia wasn't a threat to my organs. The labor and delivery team came in, and they were like, they want to go ahead and discharge you, but we're not comfortable doing that. They checked with Charlotte, they checked with Charleston originally. I asked them to check in Augusta to the hospital back at home. Nobody wanted, Columbia just would not. Nobody wanted to operate on the pregnant lady, 22 weeks pregnant with a hernia. So by that Saturday, they came to me and said, okay, well, first of all, it's going to be impossible for you to have a regular delivery. And so they were just telling me what wasn't going to be able to happen. We didn't know the gender of our child, any of that. We were planning for a gender reveal, everything. That Saturday they came and said, Charleston, MUSC has taken your case. We're going to transport you to Charleston, South Carolina. That's 2 hours away from home for me. So I was like, okay, cool. We having the surgery. Let's go. Get to Charleston, and I'm greeted by the surgeon. He says, Ms. Wilson, we need to do your surgery right now.
Right now.
But we don't have enough hands on deck. I was like, wow, okay. So come to find out, they told me that they could do the surgery without it affecting the baby. The plan was to go in laparoscopically, repair the hernia, and then, just go ahead with the rest of my pregnancy. So they began that Monday. They started my surgery, and when they got in, they realized that it was much worse than they thought. My left lung had collapsed. My heart was pushed to the right side. 3 feet of my small intestines had already died. And so at that point, they cut me open from my chest to my belly button. And I share in the song how long the surgery actually took. They estimated that it would take about 5 hours to do the surgery. Yeah. Once they cut me open, it changed everything. My body started responding to the surgery, to the procedure, and my blood pressure went high. They ended up stopping because they didn't want to risk me dying on the table or stroking out or anything like that. And so they stopped the surgery. So that Tuesday, they left me to kind of rest, even because I guess my body was still responding to, you know, what had happened on Monday. So they just left me to, you know, rest it out on that Tuesday. So now we're at day 2. So Wednesday comes and my husband says he felt my arm. They were prepping me to take me in to continue operating on me, and he said he felt my arm and I was burning up. And he asked the doctor, was it normal? The doctor said no, of course. And the doctor was wondering, had anybody come in to check my cervix? My husband told him no. And he asked, could they check it? And he was like, okay, yeah, sure, you're the doctor, you can check it. So check me, and I had started dilating.
Wow.
So at this point, I'm in an operating room that's not large enough to deliver a baby. So my husband had to give consent for them to actually transport me to a totally different hospital. So
this
all the while,
hold on. So so this is second hospital, second day, second hospital, third day, but now you're being transported to a third hospital.
There you go. Yeah.
So basically a hospital a day.
Not a day. I was in the first hospital for 6 days.
Oh, okay, I got you. And then because they was planning on keeping you for 17 weeks.
12. They were going to
12 weeks,
yes.
But then they couldn't, so then they transported you. So then you're there. So now they're going to transport you again because you not only need to have the hernia surgery, you need to deliver the baby as well.
Yeah.
Or what they need to deliver the baby as well with giving you the surgery.
While giving me the surgery, yeah. So I'm sedated the entire time, and so they transport me to the surgery to the hospital. They tell my husband. They asked my husband if they wanted him to call the priest down because they were gonna have to pull. My stomach was already cut open for my surgery, but they weren't able to cut me or do a cesarean because at this point I'm already in the middle of one surgery. So once I got to 5, they asked him if they wanted to call the priest down because they were going to have to pull her out, and more than likely she wasn't going to come out in one piece. They didn't expect her to come out in one piece. She was going to literally come out in pieces because they were going to have to go inside and pull her out.
Wow.
I got to 5 centimeters and they pulled her out, and she came out. To my Aunt Cal, she told me that the fluid that babies are in.
Yeah, the amniotic fluid.
So that it did not burst, and they were hoping that it didn't burst while they were trying, but it didn't burst until they got her out. Like immediately when they pulled her out, it burst. Wow. So which was, I guess, a blessing. So Alora came out in one piece, and they took her to the area in that hospital to operate on her or to, stabilize her. And they transported me back.
Incubate her because she was what, 20?
Mm-hmm. She was 1 pound 8 ounces when she was born. They say 1 pound 8. When I calculate the grams on her sheet they gave me, it says it's actually 1 pound 4 ounces. So
wow.
Yeah, so they bagged her. They put her in a plastic bag, and I'm told that reserves heat. So they put her in a bag, and I saw the bag. Of course, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know any of this was going on. So I was able to look at pictures to see exactly, what happened.
Right.
So they transported me back to the hospital that I was in to continue my surgery. So at this point, I've delivered a baby, and I'm still in the middle of surgery. They were not able on Wednesday to get my bowels back in place. So once again, they stopped my surgery. Wednesday, they stopped the surgery. And Thursday was Thanksgiving Day, which is the day we were supposed to have our gender reveal.
Right.
So Thursday, they, I guess, celebrated the holiday. And then that Friday, they were able to get my bowels back in place. And the doctor said he had to put some fluid on my intestines. And he said that if it didn't light up, that I would need a coloscopy bag for the rest of my life. And so it lit up, and they woke me up that Friday, and in whatever way they thought I would understand, but they told me that it was not Monday, and I had my baby today. And so,
Wow. So while all of this is going on, are you're pretty much sedated the whole time?
oh, I was sedated the entire time. I had no clue. After they took me for my surgery on Monday, that was it. I had no clue. Anything happened. Um, until they woke me up and told me. And I remember when they woke me up, I kept hearing my sister say, the surgery went well. You have a beautiful, healthy baby. The surgery went well. You have a beautiful, healthy baby. I remember her saying that. I did not process that she telling me I had a beautiful, healthy baby, that my baby was no longer on the inside of me. My husband
Right,
says that I woke
because you
up
go
looking
into
at
surgery thinking they're just operating on your intestines or your stomach, not pulling the baby out as well.
yeah,
And
yeah. I had no.
and you're going in thinking, it's Monday, so you may be thinking it's Tuesday, but it's what, Friday night, Saturday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Um, man,
Yeah.
that is just, oh, well, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, and I've heard, some of the story just from here and just from knowing you and hearing you tell it, but just every time it's still just, it's amazing. And I think it's even more amazing you didn't just survive, but you're constantly surviving.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is the more and more, like, your voice, and you sing, and you can hear and you can feel, that pressure, that intensity, in your voice, in your ministry, that, oh yeah, she's been through something. Um,
Yeah.
but then to hear what it is that you've been through, and the story, and um, man, it's just it's inspirational, to say the least, and that you still
Yeah.
haven't given up, on your giving up on yourself, giving up on your family, giving up on
Yeah.
God. And that's not to say, because I can imagine it's been some times where you've probably felt like it, or you've, maybe have in it, a moment of, like we all do in our flesh, be, why God, or start to,
Mhm.
but He still allowed, you're still able to see the grace that He's giving you through it,
Uh,
and the amount of people that you've touched through your story and through your ministry and through your testimony. It's amazing.
yeah. Yeah, I did have someone ask me shortly after being discharged and to the place where I can, be mobile again. After being in the hospital for 20 days, it took me a while.
Hmm.
It took me. I remember my nieces having to come into the hospital and help me get dressed. Because my family, this is my actually the year I also was afforded the opportunity to tour, to headline my first European tour. And so I sent 12 people to Italy, and while I was in the hospital, including my husband. So um,
So that was
when I
your
got
tour. It was
discharged,
your tour that you were booked for, but because you had everything going on, you still sent your group of people, your team, to still minister in your stead without you being
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. I watched the first. I'm sorry. I watched the first performance in my bed at the hospital at the Ronald McDonald House, because
Wow.
I got discharged out of the hospital the next day after they left for Italy 13th of December, and I discharged until the 14th.
Mm. There's definitely a special place whenever you do get to heaven. There's a special place up there for you. I mean, just to be going through that and not being, that's very selfless to say, hey, I know I'm going through this, but I got, I'm fine. I got such and such can take care of me. Y'all still go and minister, and and being able to say, and even with your husband, say, hey, you go do that, minister, I'll be fine, come back. And I'm seeing,
and that
and
was
I've seen, go ahead.
That was very important for me. My husband, this was one of the greatest I guess trauma to date that he had experienced. And my husband left went from having his wife in the hospital to now having a wife and a baby in the hospital. And he had done he had done so much, with asking the doctors to do the CT scan first of all, but making the decisions to agreeing to transport me, and to hold off on the priest from, like, he had so many decisions to make. And it's around the holidays, like it was just so much. We were, Thanksgiving Day, I'm sedated. My husband the entire week not being able to talk to me. And he had never do that before. So once I got to the place where I understood everything that was going on, and they told me that they already told the people that I wasn't gonna be able to come to Italy. I told them, I was like, but you still gotta go. I'm fine. The surgery has happened. I'm alive. Our baby she's alive. The doctors will operate on her, and the nurses will take care of me. I need you to go overseas, because I need you to, when you come back, we have a huge, responsibility to continue to try to, be here for our girl, and me get back to a place of being able to operate again. But we had doctors and nurses that was assigned to handle that. And I was like, you take a break. You've been here for, this amount of days. You need a break. Go get refreshed, go get restored, go get renewed, go have a good time. And I know it might be hard. Even the nurse told him, I don't think you need to get on the plane, because your baby's not doing good, and I don't want you to get to Italy and get that call. I prayed over my baby while she said that to him, standing over our incubator. I prayed over Alora, and I let her talk, because I was already praying to God. And I said, when she got finished and I got finished praying, I looked at her, I said, he'll be fine, and she'll be here when he gets back.
Oh. That's that boldness of Christ that, the Bible talks about. Man, well, I mean, I'm speechless. It's amazing. I mean, again, your testimony and just all you've gone through, and beautiful baby, she's here. She's singing to us.
Singing, keyboard. She's upset because no sound's coming out. I can't help it. Her daddy does that.
I got you. Well, thank you for telling us your story. We got some behind the scenes footage, and also we're going to be premiering your new video, 2010, which talks about your story that you just told us. I hope and I pray that it continues to impact and reach the world, because your story is a story of resilience, a story of faith and strength and courage, and it's just remarkable. So I applaud you and Sean and Alana and Alora. Y'all all are wonderful, and it's wild. You sent me that text. You said I asked you back in 2012 if I could, just be a part of your next project, and everything. And I don't even think, I mean, I knew about your brother because that was in 2010, but then I didn't know too much more, what was going on, in y'all's life or whatever. So for it to be, 8-9 years later before you actually do release something else, and then, it kind of just happened by default. I think one day I was like, hey, what we doing? And the next day I ended up at the video shoot. So it's like, so God has his own timing and way with things. And this is just the beginning. And proud of you, proud of y'all.
Thank you.
And so ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Laura Wilson Johnson, is with us. She told us our story. Y'all make sure y'all rewind this. Y'all, like we're on tape. Y'all go back and y'all share it with everybody.
Yeah.
Share her awesome testimony. We're going to give y'all some exclusive footage that had never before seen exclusive footage. So I'm excited as well. So thank you. Real quick, because after we play the footage, then we're going to play a video. And yeah, we're going to let people enjoy the rest of their night. Tell us where we can follow you, your social media, and your music, and all of that.
Yeah, so absolutely. First and foremost, you can go to the website. It's www.thelawjohnson.com. And it literally it's very easy. That's how you can find everything that I'm on. Instagram tag. I think you can see it right there underneath my face. So it's the @ The Law Johnson. Twitter, same thing. I don't talk on there, but I'm on there sometimes. You know, I say random stuff, trying to figure it out. TikTok is the same thing. Facebook, it's Laura Ann Wilson. That's my personal page. I am out on being able to accept friends, but I do have a fan page, and it's Laura Wilson Online. So yeah, but just go head to my website, www.thelawjohnson.com, and that'll link you to everything. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I plan to, put a lot more content up there for you all. And other than that, yeah, that's how you connect with Laura.
Cool deal. Thank you so much. And yeah, till next time. All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, good people? We're here at Laura's video shoot for 2010. It's gonna be awesome. We're doing some behind the scene footage, and yeah, so y'all come along. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on, the different costume changes and different things, and we're just gonna go from there. All right, peace. One of the official camera crew. How you doing? What's your name?
My name is Dwani.
Dwani.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. How you feel about today?
Today's gonna be a real good day. With TCP Productions.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And everything we do is smooth, so it's gonna be a real smooth, good shoot.
Oh yeah.
All time.
Yeah, I dig. Yeah. What's some of the people y'all done work with already?
Tasha Cobb, Tweet, different preachers, different gospel singers.
Got you.
Everybody.
Cool deal. Well, we're gonna see what y'all gonna do with Miss Laura here tonight. Man of many talents. The RL Productions.
What's up? What's going on?
How you feel about today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Good. It's gonna be a good shoot.
Yeah, man.
Excited to be a part. Laura, Sean, I love y'all, man. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, that. You finna do some surgery?
I'm ready, always ready. I need my 10 cc's.
Oh!
Lidocaine, morphine,
Oh, look at him. He know the lingo.
I'm gonna walk in the MCG right now.
There he is, people.
We're on the set of 2010. This is the video shoot for Laura Wilson Johnson. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
That's the producer, husband, father, everything. all these doctors and nurses over here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? First the natural. Shit, they don't know the word.
No, they don't know.
They don't know the word. Tell us, Bishop.
They stuck.
They stuck?
They stuck.
They stuck? I thought they were spiritual.
No, man, you don't be that saved. Jesus don't know them.
Oh, Lord. I thought he said, I know you.
Yeah, right. He knows me by name.
Oh, by name?
Oh, okay.
Come on now.
They gonna tell me the Lord don't know me.
He said before you was conceived.
Before you got here.
You gonna make me drop this camera now.
Drop it. And trust the Lord to perform.
Oh, yeah, Who is that?
This is Charge Nurse Harris. I work for the Medical College of Augusta University.
Come on now.
Doctors Hospital.
Yeah.
Here in Georgia.
Oh, yeah, all right. But you... The legendary... How you feel about today's shoot?
I'm excited. I'm hot right now.
Yeah.
It's hot in there.
Hey man, you look official. You look like you finna go do some surgery.
Listen, I've been a doctor at Grace Sloan Memorial for about 17 years.
Okay, all right. What can they come see you for if they need? What's your
I'm a general surgeon.
General?
Yeah.
Just anything, everything.
Whatever you need.
That sounds like the Lord. All right. Good. How you feel about today?
Oh man, I'm very excited about today, man.
Yeah. You proud?
Very proud. Big brother, very proud.
I don't know. Oh Lord, don't make me cry now.
Hey, I might shed a tear.
Yeah, you look good.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Second apostle, bishop, ministry, Brother Reese. How you feel today?
Man, glad to be in the number, man.
One more time. Just one more game. Make a difference.
Huh?
Just to make a difference.
Make a, hey, save a soul. Just, ho!
I'm finna drop this camera.
Don't drop it.
Don't.
Cost too much money.
It cost way too much. Good to see you, brother.
Wow.
There you go. He practicing. He forgot his own song.
Wow. I forgot the chorus. I ain't gonna.
Hey, look, you ain't got to tell me. I know it. Once I produce it, it's gone.
It's over.
It's gone.
On to the next song.
On to the next. Hey, this is what I like to see, though.
For real?
That's what I like to see. See them cables? They really playing today, y'all.
You better get a good view of it now, bro.
Look, girl.
Hey, bro.
You gotta go in. When I'm done, it's not hot. So that's okay. All right. It's on camera. You gotta do
Hair and makeup in the building.
Makeup.
He did earlier. Oh God. You know the whole song, huh?
Today is Thursday. That guy.
There we go. Finish it out.
That here is 20.
There we go. Good list director over here. Getting down to the nitty gritty. See, you gotta adjust sometimes. Whoa, don't you fall, girl.
Be great.
the singers and everybody here? Yeah. All right, we just gonna mark it real quick. So if I can get everybody in places real quick.
How you feel?
I'm excited,
Yeah.
nervous, but I'm excited.
That's good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Setting up. Everybody marking.
Did you find the piece?
Okay.
Oh, this is awesome, yo. Look at this.
Yes, God.
Please don't occur.
Perfect. Dwayne, let's come on this side now. Let's come on this side. Just a little bit more dramatic right there, but that's it. But the timing is good.
You figured out them chords yet?
I forgot one. I played it last night though.
At the end. When she switches, it goes. Quartet, don't forget. God damn.
I didn't make you feel them while you
Sing it, y'all listen to that one thing.
That's the anointing oil you're putting on?
Yes.
The anointing oil.
Sometimes you gotta let the oil work, do the work. Let the oil do the
That's
work.
scripture.
Yeah, you like that? Don't preach that. You're gonna lose all your members if you preach that. Okay? Let the oil do the work.
Everybody gonna walk out.
Yeah, you're gonna lose all your members.
My bad. My bad.
All right, go ahead.
I was like,
I can flip through a book of pictures
these shots right. I direct it right now. Our producer got a triangle in the back.
Oh my God.
The mark of the beast. Oh my God. Oh, weak.
I gotta expect black
We got Brother Morpheus. Brother Morpheus.
Morpheus. I'll take it.
Shama Dominica. Shama Dominica. The one and only. The one and only. David Ruffin. Y'all ain't nothing. Without David Ruffin. Another scene. Keep it. That's it.
Oh, it's another. Oh, said I'm grateful to be alive. Could have been another way, but I'm still alive. Oh, it's another day. Yeah, Daddy's kept me. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm happy about it. Said I'm happy to be alive. Yeah, I feel alright. It's another day. Oh, another day. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Let him hear you.
They do this for real. It's for real. You know what I mean?
Well, I believe so. What's up?
It's been a long day.
It has been a
What you got to say?
I want to tell you guys why the name of this song is 2010.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell it in an interview when I'm able to sit down.
There we go.
Kind of really process that thing. Because, it's
Is
a lot
this-
that happened in that year.
Is this your first video shoot?
Oh, God, it's my first.
Yeah.
My first.
For yours.
I've attended or been a part of some others, but this is my first video shoot, like real shoot. And it's been an experience, very exciting, challenging, rewarding. I'm able to like learn, you know, the ins and outs of creating a music video.
Yeah. First of many.
First of many. Who said that?
So bright.
Journey with me.
Yeah.
That's all I can keep saying is journey with me because we about to go.
Oh yeah. Wrightsboro Road, ain't it?
I want to say so. I want to say so.
How you feel?
How I feel? I feel amazing. I really do. I feel accomplished. This was a long time coming, and I'm proud of the moment. I'm proud to be able to release this again, to not be stuck, you know. And so, what I desire from this is that anybody who's dealt with major challenges, whatever year it might have been, whether it was 2020 or 2000, that they can face it and overcome it, and that's what I'm aiming for today and for the rest of my life.
Amen.
All right.
See you live.
They go. Oh my God, they go. We gonna have it planned too. Let's make it.
You can win both ways. It makes me
Is he able to record? Is he able to record what we're doing? Who? Oh.
What do you got?
Never mind. I was wondering, I was going to ask Jeremiah to ask, but since everybody's quiet, I was just going to get you to relay the message. I was wondering, do you have the capability to record what we do? Like audio record? Like
I didn't bring the system in. I thought he was going to.
Okay, I was just wondering. Okay, thank you.
Is that an X32? Yeah. Where is it? I got my laptop.
I mean, yeah, you got a USB.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Wilson Johnson. We are ecstatic to have her on this show, live interview. Y'all check her out. That was some behind the scene footage of her video 2010. We're going to premiere the actual video now. Y'all please share, like, subscribe. If y'all like what we're doing, please visit musicianlivesmatter.com and support. We have merchandise. We have some summer hoodies. They're lightweight. We have hats. We have things for guys and for the ladies as well. We have new stuff coming out. We just partnered with a new supplier. So everything's going to be coming to you in a new fashion and just better quality. And we're just trying to get support and spread the news that musician lives matter. Y'all heard the life of Miss Laura, what she's been through over the years, and yet she's still here. Her family's still here. They're still strong and persevering and pushing through. And that's what it's all about. So support her. Follow her at all her social medias, D. Law Johnson or Laura Wilson Johnson on Facebook. And listen to her music. Send her your support. Encourage her. Share her music. That's the best thing you can do for artists is share their music with people you know and with people you don't know. Subscribe to her YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube, Musician Lives Matter, as we have more interviews and more content coming your way. Listen, hey, I love you, but God loves you more. Remember that. Peace.